Stupid balloons.
Stupid balloons.
That's what I'm saying. Make a new video. Oh my gosh, that's right. Let's see, what do we have to work with here? Okay. Okay, got some footage. That's it? That's all I have? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Aramco Houston Half Marathon Training Block. This is week 3. I got injured. You know, that's why there isn't a lot of footage for the intro. That's the whole point. But you know what? This happens. It also explains why I did a fair amount of biking last week. Well, sure, it was a nice down week. It was mainly a reaction to the fact that I was having some hip pain. So in the past, I've notably had some bad right hip flexor issues. Hi, Sam. You want to come up? I've notably had some bad right hip flexor issues that I've had to deal with. Usually whenever it tightens up, it's a death sentence to whatever training block I'm a part of, because it just does not release unless I stop doing any sort of exercise. And so what ended up happening there, I just had to stop running and biking and everything for a few days to let it release. So I spent week 2 doing the training on the bike. Didn't work. I was hoping it would release, but it didn't go. And so then I spent this week, 3 to 4 days of no running, no biking. That ended up working. It did end up releasing. And so then I did some lifting, I did some biking, and it feels pretty good now. Still a bit sore, but nowhere near as bad as it was. I was having pain when walking, stuff like that, just kind of pain all throughout the hip area. So now that it's kind of cooled back down, both for my hip and outside, it's gonna be beautiful 65 degrees tomorrow morning here in Houston. I figured, you know what, it's time to go back and try and run, give it a shot. So I'm gonna try and build back into it, 30 miles, something like that. And if it's not feeling good, then I'll call it from there and I'll give it more time until it's ready to go. I'd much rather this happen now than it happen at a different point later on in the training block, because you know the race that really matters is going to be in January, in late January. So there's no need to rush it. It's important to get several months of consistency up into that point. And so if this is gonna happen, then it's gonna happen now, and I'll need to make some adjustments to my training to make sure I can get the whole way through. So it's a good reminder to train and make sure you're building a block that you can actually handle. You know, it doesn't matter if it's unlucky, you were doing all the right things, at least you thought so. If you end up getting injured, it's worth reevaluating the way that you're training, especially if this happens pretty consistently, which has happened for me in the past. So I'm gonna go ahead and give adding a day of biking in there, see how that helps to break up the running, keep the mileage low to start, and then build it back up again if everything goes well. So look forward to week 4, see how things go. You know, we're at an interesting point here. So hopefully things go well with me running again tomorrow, and stay tuned for more.